Welcome to Media Men Online. I am Dan. This is Isaiah.
Yo.
And this is the top 5 weekend box office.
Dude, that's like a whole other thing. That's two things.
It's two things.
For 12/2 to 12/4 of 2022. So coming in at number 5 is Devotion, which we talked about last week. Last week was its first weekend box office. It had a previous ranking of 4, and it is currently number 5. So the box office gross for this week is $2.72 million, and the previous week of $5.9 million, which, I mean, I hope this movie would do a bit better, but I don't know. I guess we'll just take what we can get at this point.
I think it might just be this time of year because, like, all of the box office financials for this month have been quite low.
Yeah. Except for one movie.
Yeah. I mean, even then.
Well, two movies.
We'll get to that. But Number 4, we have The Menu. Its previous ranking was 5. It's been out for 3 weeks. This weekend, it had made $3.471 million. And the previous week, it was at $5.48 million. Now, I think I said last week I was expecting it to kind of go up a little bit more as some of the other movies kind of dropped off. I'm actually surprised it's not number 3, based off of some talk I've been hearing, but I'm glad it's still here. I'm glad it's continuing to still make money, but I hope it has some staying power. But
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I said, this month's been rough on movies, it seems.
Yeah. All right, number 3 is Strange World. This is the Disney animated movie. And only its second week. I can't think of a time where a Disney animated movie has dropped to $5.09 million from a previous week gross of $12.2 million. So a Disney animated movie only made $5 million in its second week, which, I mean, to me is funny.
Yeah, it had like more than a 50% drop off. It's just this movie, I think, was kind of eye-opening to a lot of people. I saw some article that said like, oh, this movie is experiencing the same thing that happened to Treasure Planet, which is
What is that?
Treasure Planet's this really good old animated movie that Disney didn't want to make, but there's 2 people that really wanted to make it. It's basically like Treasure Island, but in space. And so they're like, hey, keep on making us these movies and maybe we'll do it. So they made big hits like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and stuff like that. Like they kept on making really good movies. So they're like, all right, we'll let you make your Treasure Planet movie. Here's a quarter of the budget that you asked for, and we're going to barely market it.
Wow.
And so it didn't do that well because of that. And to Disney, they're like, see, look, it didn't do well. And it's like, yeah, I wonder why. So rumors are that the same thing happened with this movie where they wanted to do other stuff with it, but they didn't get the budget they wanted. But
the budget, by the way, for
Yeah.
production alone is $180 million.
yeah,
That's
It's-
bullshit.
yeah. Number 2, we have Violent Night. It is brand new, and it made about $13.5 million at the box office. There should be a review coming up for that one on Wednesday. But I will say I've actually seen it twice now. So, of course, number 1.
Yeah, number 1, but with a hefty drop off. So Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, of course. It's been out for 4 weeks. It's been number 1 for all 4 weeks. However, it just eked out Violent Night by about $4 million with just over $17.5 million. A previous week gross of $45.6 million. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty significant drop off, which I'm all for because I've heard some news about the DCEU and
Oh, God.
it's fallen apart again. And Marvel is just the king right now, and that is very unfortunate. So, and as a Marvel boy growing up, you'd think I'd be rooting for them, but anything Disney, I'm wholeheartedly against. But
Yeah,
we'll get into that at some point.
I'm all for these new experiences like Violent Night and Barbarian and
Yeah.
stuff like that, where it's just like
Yeah, good movies.
good movies.
Isaiah and I actually saw Quintessential Quintuplets this past Wednesday, so he and I will be doing a review for that. Jeremy likes anime, but he likes action anime, so that'll be coming up soon as well. We'll see. Let us know down below, and we'll catch you guys later with more stuff.